88 days. 88 days of hope, of prayers against all the odds, answered.
I had hope every day. Every day there was hope.
But relatives now admit hope of finding 13-year-old Jayme Closs had been fading. After all, it had been almost 3 months since that night in mid-October when police entered Closs's home in rural Wisconsin to find her parents shot to death. The front door was open and Jayme was gone. A national police hunt turned up nothing. And then, yesterday afternoon, in a remote area about an hour north of her home, a woman was walking her dog when Closs came up to her.
She just said, "I'm lost and I don't know where I am and I need help."
So Nutter pounded on her neighbor's door.
The door opened up and her dog came through and Jeannie walked in and said, "This is Jayme Closs and call 911. I was in absolute shock.
Closs's hair was matted and her shoes were too big. It was, Kaczynska says, like seeing a ghost.
She looked exactly the same as she did in her picture, a little bit thinner, I would say. And then she looked really tired and like she's been fighting a battle for weeks.
Closs had managed to escape the home in which she was allegedly being held by 21-year-old Jayme Patterson. Police arrested Patterson as he was driving around trying to find Closs.
In cases like this, we often need a big break, and it was Jayme herself who gave us that break.
Authorities say Patterson targeted the teen and acted alone, but doesn't believe he had any prior contact with Closs or her family and are still struggling to find a motive.
I know all of you are searching for the answer of why any of this happened. Believe me, so are we.
Closs was hospitalized, evaluated, and questioned by authorities before being reunited with her relatives.
It's just unbelievable, and we're all just so grateful and happy.
The long, agonizing wait now, finally over. Kim Brunhuber, CBC News, Los Angeles.
You just heard a little from Jean Nutter, the woman who was out walking her dog when she came across Jayme. We want to play more of that interview now. She is our witness.
When I first saw her, I thought, has she run away? Did somebody just dump her off here? Because she didn't have coats or gloves and then when she told me who she was, I figured she must have left in a hurry. She was scared, but then when I stayed calm, so she stayed calm. I didn't grab her and run off through the woods, which would have been maybe an instinct, but no, I just held on to her and I said, we're going to find somebody who's home, we're going to call the police, you're going to be okay, you're going to be safe, everything's going to be fine, you're going to be fine. I just kept saying that.
Jayme Closs likely faces a long emotional recovery. Elizabeth Smart knows something about that. In 2002, she was just 14 years old when she was taken from her Salt Lake home. Today on Instagram, she wrote, "No matter what may unfold in her story, let's all try to remember that this young woman has survived, and whatever other details may surface, the most important will still remain, that she is alive."